There's a quote that keeps resurfacing across generations. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. And weak men create hard times. It reads like a prophecy. And for those who've studied history, not just in theory, but in its raw emotional weight, it feels disturbingly accurate. What if this isn't just a saying? What if it's a map? Let's walk through that map, from the 13 colonies to modern-day America. The early American settlers weren't chasing comfort. They were fleeing oppression, risking death, and carving out life from a wild, unforgiving land. They fought disease, starvation, and war. They faced brutal winters, unfamiliar soil, and foreign politics. But from those trials, a particular kind of strength emerged. Men and women who didn't just survive, but built, who laid foundations, who turned hardship into resilience. From that resilience, revolution was born. The fight for independence wasn't theoretical. It was visceral, personal, urgent. This was the first forging fire. Post-independence, America didn't become perfect, but it became a nation obsessed with expansion, invention, and industrial might. It birthed railroads, skyscrapers, telegraphs. It survived civil war, internal fractures, and foreign threats. It built a modern economy from scratch. It powered through the Great Depression. It stood tall through 2 world wars. This was the age of builders, of Roosevelt grit, of blue-collar pride, of sacrifice. The American dream wasn't just marketing. It was felt in the bones of those who fought and built and believed. By 1945, America stood victorious, powerful, and proud, but beneath the surface, the next shift had already begun. Peace, prosperity, convenience. The war was over. The boom had begun. Suburbs expanded. Technology exploded. Wealth multiplied. But ease can dull instincts. As life became more comfortable, it also became more insulated. Wealth concentrated. Consumerism bloomed, and slowly the national psyche shifted from duty to entitlement, from what can I contribute to what do I deserve. Educational standards loosened, political polarization widened, the culture shifted from discipline to distraction. Strong values gave way to strong opinions, loud but shallow. The children of empire grew up in safety, but not always in strength. Then came the cracks. The 2008 crash, rising inequality, political distrust, cultural fragmentation, mental health epidemics, echo chambers, screens everywhere, souls nowhere. A nation that once put men on the moon now argues over pronouns. The country isn't collapsing, but it is confused. It feels adrift, tired, fragile. And perhaps that's the point. Hard times may not be what we want, but they might be what we need. Because in difficulty, strength reawakens, and from that strength something better can be rebuilt. In the end, this cycle isn't uniquely American, it's human. Empires rise, they bask, they decay, they struggle, they rise again. The question isn't how to avoid the cycle, it's how to face it, with clarity, courage, and conscience. Because if weak men create hard times, then strong minds must create the future.